All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is July 30th, 2024. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up with me, John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room. Let's go take a look at some charts. First chart we look at is SPY. Let's try it again, SPY. All right, SPY chart on the daily. We've got a higher high and a lower low. So we got an outside day closing below the bullish trap, below the bearish trap, also underneath the 17 EMA. SPY still in a downtrend. On the 2-hour, we have a 2-hour downtrend. That's the 3 EMA below the 8 EMA. So price in a downtrend on SPY for the 2-hour chart. On the 10-minute chart, what did we get? 10-minute chart, we got a last minute lower low. Oh, here comes the thriller trade right now in the aftermarket hours. Wouldn't you know? Curious where that pans out at. I just want to see where my puts would be. Just a second. Yeah, those puts would have been rocking good. All 9 puts up $345 right now. But I won't be able to close those out, but that'd be nice. Let's see if I can close that out. Yeah, they're not going to let me close it out. Anyways, okay, so there's SPY. 10-minute downtrend, 2-hour downtrend, daily downtrend, and right here, closing at the end of day, at the low of day. So there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ, same deal going on here on the daily chart. Okay, got a lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA. QQQ, downtrend. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. No, let's take a look at FNGU. Lower high, lower lows, closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA. So SPY, QQQ, FNGU, all in downtrends. IWM in an uptrend, producing an inside day. That's a lower high and a higher low, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. IWM still in an uptrend. Diamond Dow, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. Diamond Dow still in an uptrend, producing a higher low, looking for that higher high on Diamond Dow. All right, let's take a look at our technicals, T2122. All right, so we jumped into the overbought zone. We got pushed out by the bears. We spent some time in the buy zone, made a higher low right here inside the buyer's chop zone, and battled our way back into the buy zone. For that's T2122. T2123, new all-time high for T2123, right up here. 635, 866, new all-time high. T2123 15-minute chart. You can see rising up above that 200 SMA on the 15-minute chart. T2123 3-bar, of course, going to have the same new all-time high for T2123 on the 3-bar chart, just a different time frame. Rising up, making a new all-time high over this flat 200 SMA. Let's take a look at FNGU. FNGU started off the day red and ended the day red. So nothing but just sell-off and even more selling into the close. So there's FNGU on the 15-minute. Still trapped underneath this falling 200 SMA, pushing price down further and further. So there's FNGU. Let's take a look at a few sectors here. First sector we'll take a look at is energy. To start with USO. USO in a downtrend. Okay, making lower highs and lower lows on the daily chart. Price action. You got the 3 underneath the 8 EMA. So 3 EMA underneath the 8 EMA. We got a downtrend here. Price action, lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap. It's a bearish trap because the 3 is under the 8. Both of those underneath the 17. That's the red dots. Okay, so USO still in a downtrend. UNG also in a downtrend. UNG puts in a 1322, 1323 new all-time low for UNG today. Okay, nothing else can be said. It's in a downtrend. It's making new all-time lows. No question about it. It's in a downtrend if it's making new all-time lows. Let's take a look at silver and gold. There's our precious metals. Silver in a downtrend after breaking this low right here. That's that green doji looking candle right there. Silver price action for today, higher low, higher high, closing inside a bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Silver still in a downtrend. Gold still in an uptrend. Gold making an uptrend, got a higher low and a higher high, got another higher low here, looking to make another higher high. We'll see what happens here with gold. Gold price action for today, higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish cross over the 17 EMA. So there's gold. So we just did precious metals. We just did energy. That's petroleum and natural gas. Let's take a look at SMH. SMH, ever since we broke this low right here, that would be the M pattern right there. Okay, price action has been in a downtrend after breaking that low. Price action, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Where could we see? We could see a bounce tomorrow on SMH. We are right into minor support. You can see right here price action on the top of all these peaks of all of this consolidation. We could see a bounce on SMH tomorrow. See what happens. XLK, technology sector. See where they are. They're into the major support of all of this consolidation right here. XLK, ever since they broke this low, they're in a downtrend. Price action for today, lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, XLK in a downtrend. SMH, downtrend. All right, UNG, downtrend. USO, downtrend. Silver, downtrend. SPY, downtrend. QQQ, downtrend. FNGU, downtrend. SMH, downtrend. And XLK, downtrend. All right, let's take a look at financials. XLF. Financials are in an uptrend. Nice work today on the financials. Producing higher lows and higher highs makes that in an uptrend. Today, actually earlier last week, we made a higher low. Looking for that higher high. Nice challenge today. Price action. XLF in an uptrend. Higher low, higher high. Closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So XLF is in an uptrend. Let's take a look at IYT, transports. All right, transports are still in an uptrend. Not a very convincing uptrend. It's the flakiest of all uptrends. Now, they made an uptrend because they took out these highs right here and right here. You can see we lost all of that. All right. Price action for today was an outside candle, outside day, making a higher high and a lower low. Of course, closing below the bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, so still in an uptrend, but not a very convincing one. More like a flaky uptrend. All right, so there's financials, there's transports, and there is the rest of the market there. This is an uptrend here, so still in this uptrend, but I got to say, not a very convincing uptrend. The big thing is the NYSE, all right, on T2123 right here, making new all-time highs here. So this would be a roundabout whole market with no weighted stocks in it. That's the whole market making new highs, right? So we'll see what happens today. So Alan, thank you for reporting that. Alan says Microsoft shares drop as the cloud miss overshadows better than expected revenue and earnings. Shares drop as cloud miss overshadows better than expected earnings. So way to go there. So going down. Let's go take a look at Microsoft. Just to take a look at it in the aftermarket. So MSFT. Oh, yeah. All right, so this is one of the big cap stocks. This is one of the heavyweights. This is going to drag the SPY down. And I'm sure you can see the price action. Let's just look at the 10-minute. Big red rip to the downside. So where's support from Microsoft? Let's take a peek. See if we can find some 2-hour support. So they are right into 2024 right there, consolidation. All right, so this is the beginning of 2024, all of this consolidation. So they're actually testing major support right here. I bet they bounce tomorrow. All right, I really do. I think they bounce tomorrow. First test of major support, I just bet they bounce up here tomorrow. They may even bounce in the next 5 minutes. All right, after hitting major support. That's 389. You can see they're already bouncing up $5. They probably continue that all the way up to the midpoint. Could be all the way up to 411.27. So there's Microsoft, 2-hour chart, and there's the earnings there. So bouncing off of major support right here. That's what they're into, major support. If they break major support, I got to tell you, nothing but downside all the way down to this breakup candle low. All right? If they break this major support, the next area would be this support area right here. If they break through that, they're coming to challenge that. And then probably down to this area. And then below that would be this breakup candle low. I really don't think they get past this in the next month or so. I think they bounce from here. So there's Microsoft on a 2-hour chart. All right, so we'll see what happens with that. And take a look at SPY. Just falling out of bed here in the last 10 minutes. So here's SPY making a new low of day at the end of day. Came all the way down to, well, gap fill, really. 538.32 was gap fill. They came all the way down to 538.11. Nvidia dropped 7%. Thoughts on WDC? You got puts. Let's take a look. WDC, Western Digital. Daily. I'll bet the daily's in a downtrend. Yeah, daily's in a downtrend. Making lower highs and lower lows. Big candle down. I'd tighten up my stop. Just me. I'd make sure it's at least at the top of this candle, especially when I get a big candle down. Okay, I'd make sure my stop was there. I'd probably even put some of it at a third and some of it at the midpoint. So let's see where it is. See if we can find some support. So they just broke through support right here, Robert. That was a spike of support. Next support area. It's going to be right there. I think they waffle around. Being underneath this today, they couldn't hold this area. I think they waffle around inside of here, kind of ping pong back and forth and consolidate and eventually figure out if they want to make a move to the upside. And we got a trend here. We'll pop that in. They could come down a little bit lower. I can see them coming down to this area right through here. Right down to 59 is a possibility. If they get there, I think they bounce back up. But you got like a double top there. I think all tech's going to bounce tomorrow. That's what I think. Again, that's what I think. We'll see what happens. FOMC reports tomorrow. You're welcome. All right, traders, that's it for me today. Everybody have a beautiful day. evening. You can see we tried the thriller trade, which was the 538 puts right there, and they would have worked out. Okay? They would have worked out. They would have paid us big time. Okay? Yeah, because these were up. It was a 45. It was like a $57 risk. All right, and they closed. Where did they close? My gosh, they were up so much. They were up to $381 on a $57 risk. I mean, that's like a what is that? It's like a five bagger. Okay, 500% almost. So they would have worked out. They just didn't come through at the right time. All right, traders, that's it for me. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. Everybody have a beautiful evening. Hope y'all made some profits today. Today was pretty nice. We had a really nice drop right off of 547 all the way down to 538. $10 drop straight, right in a row, right in a 10-minute trend all the way to the bottom. You don't see that happen too often. Nice fall right there, right through the pivot. All right, until tomorrow, everybody have a great evening.